Hey everybody, this is a review of the Jade Audio EA3. I've seen these listed as a FiiO sub-brand, which I guess means FiiO makes these and just gives them a different name. I don't know if it's like a B production line instead of A production line. Some manufacturers have that. I'm not really sure. I didn't dig in too much in that. These are a dynamic driver and a BA, and right now they're on Amazon for $39.99. And I'll put a link out to them out there. You can get them in a couple places, but Amazon's got them. And for me, Amazon, if they've got it, it's easiest because I've got an account. Probably you do too. So these things are pretty freaking fantastic for $39. Now they have really good bass reproduction, and you can see. I'm gonna pull this. In fact, let's just take it off. It comes with a really nice little cable, which I mentioned in the unboxing, and I got the price wrong on the unbox. I said $20. I apologize for that. I'd mixed them up with another set that I'd bought, but they're $39 right now. This cable's really decent. I've got it plugged in because I was actually just listening to these on the Monolith portable THX amp, and I was listening to a bunch of stuff. Let me take this tip off here so you can see it's got a nice little metal with a tube, sound tube with the metal grating in there, metal filter cover. And I don't know how well you can see that, but that's the driver right there. The dynamic driver. That thing's friggin' huge, man. And it takes up the whole IEM basically. And you can see from the side there, it looks like a hearing aid battery, basically, like a really big hearing aid battery. And the BA is over here right around the tube. The thing with these is, for that price, they produce really good bass. And when I say good bass, I mean thumping bass. So, I don't know if you guys know who Camila Cabello. If you don't understand Spanish, you might say Camila Cabello, but it'd be pronounced Caballo. So her music is kind of club music, I guess you could say. And she's got a song. What is the name of that song? It is called Crying in the Club. And I like to listen to that kind of music sometimes. But I only like to listen to it on stuff that's got good bass. These have really good bass for that song. And her voice sounds very good. High frequencies are good on this. I don't have the chart. I'm guessing it's really V-shaped. But not too V-shaped, because vocals and mids actually stand out really well. I listened to Cecilia Strange, which is she's kind of a modern jazz fusion, I guess. I don't know really where to put her, but really interesting music. And there's a bunch of cymbal work in the end of the song called Bridge, and that song's really good if you want to hear like the decay of a cymbal. And that decay means that, when they hit it, how long does it take before it bleeds off and you don't hear it anymore? What's the decay of the sound wave, right? The timbre is good on these. I'm not going to say it's great, but it is good. The vocals are very good. Stage was okay. Not huge or anything, but it was reasonable for the price. The timbre was good. I can't put these down. These are definite recommended buy from me at this price range at $39.99. I've got other IEMs that don't sound better than these that cost well over $100. And I've gotten some that are over $100 that are much worse than these. So these at $39.99 are, and they come with this cable. And you know what? I hope I have it in here. I'm not sure if yeah, I did. Okay, good. So they come with this little soft case, which is fine. I mean, it's not super protective, but you don't really need it to be. Nice little case. Put it this way, the $269 Tanchjims come with this case, which is about the same size, and I guess it's like faux leather and it's hard, but I can't fit the Tanchjims in here with the cable on it. They just don't fit. Whereas the EA Audio or EA3 from Jade Audio, these fit in here just fine with the cable. No problem. And they come with a nice set of tips. In fact, I used the tips they came with. They work really well. I don't have any problem. Really good fit, really good seal, and they stayed in my ear. The length of the tube is nice so that it's comfortable and slips down in my ear really well. Stays in place. The cable is, I mean, it's a tiny bit, you know, thin, tangly at the end, but for the most part, this cable is really nice. Much, much nicer than other IEMs in the same price range. And in fact, those Tanchjims that I just brought up, those things came with kind of crappy cable. I mean, their cable was much crappier than this cable, and those things are $269. And I think I've got a video on that'll be posting on the Art Magics, and those have a really beautiful cable, but you know, those are $220 for those, $229 for those IEMs. So, I mean, this is a very nice cable. No problems at all. It's a 3.5. Let me unplug this here. 3.5, little aluminum end piece, nothing fancy. It says Jade Audio on the cable wrap. The split here, the strain relief pulls out, and or the chin guide, whatever you want to call it, pulls out and sticks on there real nice. It doesn't just slide up and down like the Fearless, which is really expensive and a pretty decent cable. When I just hold it up like that, the thing just goes boom and slides right down to the bottom of it doesn't stay in place at all. So, you know, high marks for a decent cable in this price range. And the sound on these was excellent. You know, I also listened to an older band from the 80s called SOS. I really like their stuff, and I guess it reminds me of that time, but their stuff sounds really great on here. I will say this, I don't want to just overhype these too much. The bass on these is a little boomy in some places, and the separation of the bass isn't that great. So, I'm going really from this price range, that for $39.99, these are a definite recommended buy. I would go all the way to, if I had paid $69, $70 for these, I'd still be going recommended buy. I think I would. You know, I'd have to listen to other stuff in that range, but I think I definitely would. They've got a really great sound signature, and if you like rock and roll, that sounds great in these. If you like hip hop, it sounds great on these. Like I said, the bass is a little boomy, a little mushy, I guess you could say. Like the bass feels like it kind of bleeds a little bit into other things. But other than that, I mean, these have a really great sound to them, and I don't think you can go wrong for this price. So anyway, recommended. I hope this video helps you. If you have questions, comments, you can post those in the video. And I'll put a link to these as well. Okay, thanks guys.